All right, we're live.
Cheer.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to EWPN. This is, I think it's the first time that we've all been together like this on the panel. This is something we're trying out on Sundays. Come together. We got Prepping Outside the Box, Backwoods and Prepping, Just Josh, Nisi Tribe, Prepper Tribe, and HUTCH-HOMESTEAD here with us tonight. And our other two affiliates, Rip Curl and Arkansas Livin, may be coming on if they can make it. They're out in the field getting that information.
Cheer.
You know how we do. How's everybody in the chat having a good night?
What's up, chat? What's going on with you?
What's going on with everybody? We are also streaming simultaneously on the EWPN channel and on the Native Voice Facebook channel. So if you're watching me on Facebook, it's probably the first time you see my face. Welcome. We hope you like it.
Yes, indeed. Press one.
There we go. There it is. It's still us, guys. Still us. I'm Huckleberry. What's going on with you? Bulldog. TT1.
This is our very first show, so forgive any mishaps or mess ups. We're trying to get it together. This is our first EWPN network show, so we're gonna go at it. We're gonna go into some news on Sundays. That's why we want to do this thing, so we can kind of do like after our weekly thing with everybody dropping news links and different stuff going on. We want to come together on Sunday and all be here to talk about everything that has been going on. So tonight there has been some stuff going on, even though it was Thanksgiving and all that. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I thought we was gonna. I talked to the lady and gentleman backstage, and we were talking about the new variant going around, man. What's everybody hearing about the new variant? The Omicron.
Transformers. You asked what everything we heard about it, because that's a laundry list of new possibilities. We talked about what could be coming down the pipeline for Americans anyway.
Well, I know, like they're making updated versions of the vaccine, right?
Yeah, so they're
updating it. It's like a software update. Yeah.
But here's what's messed up, and Tribe, you kind of talked about this. They've been getting this together for months. It says in the article they've been getting it together for months in preparation, so they can upgrade variants. They can upgrade vaccines like that. They can upgrade it.
Yeah, don't worry. 100 days they can have a brand new. Am I right?
Yeah.
100 days, Pfizer says they can have a brand new. If this thing is as bad as it is, they can have a brand new.
Yeah, like at your doorstep, at the place to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's the article that we were talking about. Let's see. I think you guys can see it. It says it's not clear yet whether existing COVID-19 vaccines will protect against the variant, but vaccine manufacturers like Pfizer are already considering their options. Pfizer and BioNTech have taken actions months ago to be able to adapt the mRNA vaccine within 6 weeks and ship initial batches within 100 days if the event of an escape variant, the company said in a statement. See, they've been planning this stuff all along, man.
I'm just saying, adapt it in a month and a half.
And I know when we were backstage, Nisi just read something. She said that now they're pushing the narrative that, as long as you got the boost, you're fine. Mm-hmm. Ain't that what you read, babe?
Yep. 3 full doses.
Yeah. Damn, 3 or 4 boosters. They are pushing this thing, man.
I see it evolving into a lifetime kind of thing. So maybe for the first 5 years, you've got to come in every 3 months or 4 months to get the booster shot, and after a certain age, you come in twice a year. You know what I mean? Just so they can keep giving you that shot. I think that's where we're headed. I honestly do.
Agreed, right?
A big takeover of big pharma. They see their shot to where they can be world controllers, it looks like.
Right.
And they got the government backing them up.
Yeah, paying them to do it.
Of course.
Billions.
Hey, check this out. So I did some research, right? EWPN, bam! So I did some research, right? And there's a doctor, a South African doctor that's been dealing with this for like the last couple weeks, right? Her name is Angelique Cotes. Have any of you guys heard of her? All right, so she's been working with this thing, right? And this thing does not create a cough. It doesn't create a cough. It's not a consistent cough, coof, or whatever you want to call it, right? There's no nausea involved. And then you do not lose, I don't know what I can and can't say. You do not lose your taste or smell.
Right.
So anybody can have this. And look, okay, I'm gonna shut up. But hey, in South Africa, have you heard anything about the need for those breathing machines? Have any of you guys seen or heard anything about the need for those cold freezers in the hospitals? Are they being overran? They've had it for a minute now. None of this. I'm just saying. But we got to shut.
So you talking about the respirators, the things that breathe? They put them on.
The intubate. Yeah, I try to be the vena. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, before it was a big push. Like we couldn't produce enough of them, and we had to send some here and send some there. None of that, bro. It's business as usual.
I think it's another push by the media, as shock and awe, to have a big story to run with because there's other stuff going on. So for the past 3 days, they've been all over the news acting like this is the global killer. And now it's starting to come out that this is like one of the weakest as far as deaths and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. But,
So I think it's media, again, screwing us.
Yeah.
Well, look
Because it's been here since July. This variant that they keep talking about is still, they say, oh, it's in South Africa, it's coming. It's here. It's been here since July.
Yeah.
Lady Rowan and I both caught COVID over this past couple of weeks. She caught it, and then I caught it from her. The doctor said it's the new variant, which is weird because now I can't taste anything. And they said that's not supposed to be one of the symptoms of the new variant. So is this a different variant? Are there just millions of variants going around? How do they know what's what? These tests can't tell the difference between the flu and COVID. So,
yeah.
See, I'm reading a little bit of that stuff, Josh.
Yes, sir.
With the coatees or whatever,
and
saying most of them are seeing very, very mild symptoms, and none of them so far have admitted patients to surgeries. We have been able to treat these patients conservatively at home. So I'm sorry, but death, fear, you're going to die. Everybody's going to die. We must lock down. It's a bunch of crap is what it is. And these people, I mean, they're saying that this thing is, you don't get any of the symptoms. The symptoms you get are mild. It sounds like a common cold to me.
probably is. Right?
By the way, Backwoods is our angry EWPN reporter.
That's right.
Just to let y'all know.
I'm the old grouchy. All right. So
hey, let me plug these dudes too, man. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, the EWPN crew, someone from the crew will be going live, doing shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This Tuesday, 7 Eastern, we have Hutch. He's going to be going live, talking about some of this stuff, talking about all kinds of stuff, actually. Backwoods goes right after him at 9. So if you want to see the angry part of the crew,
I'll be with them.
Right? And then on Thursday, Tribe's going to be going at 8. And then right after him, I'm going to go. Me and Ghost Prepper are going to do our first movie review. We're going to be reviewing How It Ends with Forrest Whitaker. So, guys,
press 1.
Yeah,
don't forget 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget our morning show, the morning reload. Come and reload with us, man.
Well, I think we really need to look at this realistically, and the fact that this latest, greatest deal just before this new Omni thing that's come out, my son caught it. And we went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, just treat the symptoms, If something happens and they, starts to having trouble breathing, bring him to the hospital. Otherwise, just treat his symptoms, headache or, fever, just treat it with as such. That's what we did, and he's fine. And I rode in the car, I drove him there, drove him back. I was in the house, and I never got sick. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's really a big hard cold, and they don't want to lose their power. They don't want to lose their authoritarian belief system that they got going on.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
All they talk about anymore, anyways, is infection rate.
Yeah, no death rate, no hospitalizations.
Well, you already had the initial bombardment. Everyone's dying, right, Josh?
Yep.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
That initial bombardment of it, scared. And now, as it's going on. They're not really talking about a lot of that stuff. Or, anyways, I haven't heard it. It's only about the numbers of infected. Who's just getting infected? Who's infected?
Right.
What about these lockdowns, fellas? What I'm hearing, I know Pot B dropped something, a link or something about how they're going to be pushing these lockdowns, brother.
All right, so we can you guys can share it later, or somebody could share it with the community. But basically, what's going on is old Foch man has been saying that we have to be prepared to do anything and everything. And they're doing this, all ahead of time, and we've got the stuff in can. Like, they're making it at the doorstep, and we have to be prepared. And they mention things like, "Oh, look at that." That's what I'm talking about. Right there. It's a CNBC article, so I mean, take it for a grain of salt, whatever you want to do. I mean, obviously, news articles are biased, but when you go through it, it just sets it up. And he says that we're not taking lockdowns or mandates or anything off the shelf, but we don't know if it's time yet. But that's the funny part. He says we don't know if it's time yet. Not that we shouldn't have to or anything like that. He's just saying a timeline is not here.
Yeah.
Press one
You know
to bring up charges against Fauci.
We need to call them out on their xenophobia for shutting down travel to the African nations. This is obviously a movement of racism on their part, and we need to call them out on it. Joe Biden, do you denounce white supremacy?
I saw this one coming.
Press one for charges against Fauci.
Heck yeah.
What in the world?
The next news article is going to read, "Enough pressed one to charge Fauci with."
Yeah.
But, so y'all remember at the beginning of the whole COVID thing when Trump shut down travel on January 31st to China, and they called him a xenophobe, and he was racist. Why are you racist against Chinese people? Why you call it the China virus?
I was
It's
happy.
because for China.
Yeah. Okay. And so another thing for me, man, y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist on the crew, but I think that this is a distraction from the tall box. I mean, right now, Omicron is like front and center. That's it's getting flooded on all MSM. That's what everybody's hearing. They're trying to decipher it, figure it out. What is this thing? But you remember, those vials still got found in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it sure shut the smallpox talk. Quick silence.
Right. So,
good point.
Prep up. I'm just saying.
They're saying with this new and this Omni deal that there also has been no major drop in oxygen levels with the new variant. The most predominant clinical complaint is severe fatigue for 1 or 2 days with headache and body aches and pain, man. I mean, a freaking common cold.
That's what I had. That's exactly, you just described my symptoms for 2 days, and then I was kind of fine, except I can't taste anything.
Yeah.
It's weird. What a weird disease. What a weird virus. But I was telling Tribe earlier, I was like, I can taste the 5 tastes. I can taste salty, sweet, sour, bitter, and I can taste like the umami flavor of unseasoned meat. But all the nuances of flavor are gone. I can't taste mint. I can't taste anything.
That's great.
And if you want a little more information on this, today, Just Josh and Arkansas Livin both dropped a video, an EWPN. Yes. You can go to their channels and check them out. Make sure y'all sub up, because everybody's going to be dropping information all the time. Like, we're really going to be coming at y'all, man. We're trying to do something here.
If any of you mods, or if you can find them, you can go to their channels and find those drops from today and put the link in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really curious to the fact of, if they're sitting here telling you that, man, you're gonna have, you're gonna be wore out for a couple of days, you're gonna have a headache, whatever. That's about it. But man, we need to lock the. I mean, I'm wondering who is going to buy into this, and be like, oh yeah, we must hurry up and run and, be scared to death. I mean, gosh dang. I mean, I've had common colds that are worse than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to add real quick. We're going to need mods for the EWPN. So if anybody is interested in being a mod for EWPN, it's going to be on Sundays, and we're going to run an hour show. It's going to be from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. If anybody wants to be a mod, if you could email one of us or Native or me or Just Josh or anybody that you want to email and put the word out, and we'll figure out who can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? We need a couple mods over there.
Yeah, because eventually we're just gonna stream from that channel, not at the same time on another channel.
Yeah, for the
You guys
EWPNs
aren't
on
subbed
Sunday.
up, man. Go sub up to the EWPN channel. We all drop videos over there.
Hey man, I want to say this too. Earlier when I did my little deal, the article that I was reading from, the director of the NIH was saying it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks before they can determine the severity of this thing. So I want to see how many moves are they going to try and make within that 2 to 3 week time period. You know what I mean?
And it's been here since July 12th, at least. The first reporting of it was July 12th. Shrimp Zoo dropped that in a video, showed the article and everything. So that to me just screams out a setup. What they're using it for a plan to do something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
What? July? What? July?
Yeah, Shrimp Zoo did a video and dropped an article, showed the article where they were talking about this by name.
Come on.
July 12th.
Yep.
It's a setup.
Yeah.
Right, shut up.
Isn't it? Oh man.
Well, that's
I
the
don't
whole
think y'all think they're gonna try to full lockdown us again. I think they put their news out there and see how we're going to react to it. And if they get the right reaction, they might start trying to. But I don't think lockdowns are coming back here, man, unless it's something that they can scare everybody with, like smallpox.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, we're going to find out a lot more tomorrow. They've got an article that just came out, and Biden's going to provide an update tomorrow on U.S.'s response to it.
Never let it go.
Here we go.
Never let a crisis go to waste.
Someone in the network's going to be putting something else. You guys can get anything. If you're at work and you miss the news, you can always catch the video.
Yep, there you go. What do you think? What if they were planning to release smallpox and then call it a new COVID variant? Man.
Ooh.
How would we know?
What if
No.
they're actually destroy trust in the government and make us overreact to something and then lose confidence and then sit there and put us into the lockdown? We ignore it and go around doing our own thing, and then something else gets, happens.
That's what the danger is here that I see with media, the government. They're doing all these things. They're setting us up for this cry wolf shit, and then when something does happen, we're all screwed because ain't none of us going to be, protecting ourselves. It's bullshit, man.
We already got a vaccine for it, but no, we don't regularly get it now because smallpox has been wiped out by the vaccine. But if they've got smallpox and they just release it, they also had the vaccine, so they're covered. Their asses are covered, and they say, "Oh, it's a new variant. You better get 5 more boosters."
But yeah. But look, obviously the push is to get people jabbed. That is the push. That is what they want. So it can be CV, or it can be the tall pox, or it can be whatever. They just want to get the jabs out. You know what I'm saying? And with the tall box, the only thing they have to do is just go ahead and manipulate the jab a little bit to make it look like updated, upgraded.
Yeah.
And then there you go. Their agenda is still moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they've been working with novel coronaviruses since the Obama administration.
Yeah.
So they know this virus. I mean, I'm trying to be careful what I say. I don't want everything to get shut down, but we know where it came from.
Yes.
So
Yeah. First shot across the bow. That's what I say.
Right.
Hutch.
Anyway.
What's going on with you, man?
It's good, brother.
Heartland, what's up, brother?
So in other news,
Hey, you want to talk about the lady?
Yeah,
the
I do.
All right,
Y'all got to
good,
check
man.
this
All right,
out in the chat. Native found this thing, and it's something that I think we should discuss because it relates to some other things that have happened, and it's an interesting thing to debate. To debate.
Yeah, you know what? Because it's a rare case to where you can argue on on opposite ends of the spectrum about how it's racist on both ends.
Yeah,
It's just weird. So it depends on how you view race and Americans and indigenous people and where all that comes from. Is it a cultural thing or is it in your DNA? But anyway, this lady was the indigenous for Canada. She was like the official health official over indigenous health or something like that. Check her out.
Unfortunately, many people that access healthcare feel stigmatized. They might experience racism or prejudice, and whether it's perceived or it's real, when you're experiencing it, it's very real.
Have you experienced it?
I have experienced things. My name's Morningstar Bear. Whew. I'm just going to say it. I'm emotional, so. I'm Bear Clan. I'm Anishinaabe Métis from Treaty 4 territory, and I want to acknowledge the territory that I'm in, Treaty 6 territory, home to the Cree peoples and homeland of the Métis Nation. I also want to acknowledge my ancestors who are clearly here with me.
Barassa's great-grandmother was Johanna Salaba, who immigrated from Russia to Canada in 1911 with her mother and sister. She married Joseph Knizichek, who was also a Czech-speaking Russian. In a statement released after CBC's story published, Barassa reiterated that she does identify as Métis, and she's hired a Métis genealogist to help her investigate her ancestry. She says the communities that she serves do not rely on, quote, blood quantum in order to assess who is truly Indigenous.
All right, so she was just a white lady. She was Russian descent. And Slavics people do have certain features that are related to Native Americans. I'll say this because, I've had Native Americans get mad at me for saying this. Native Americans who live in the United States of America migrated over the Bering Strait thousands of years ago from tribes similar to the Mongolians. And it's been proven in our DNA. Like if you take Mongolian DNA and a pure blood Native American DNA, it's almost identical. Like it's been proven that's where all the indigenous tribes spread out from there. But anyway, Russia borders Mongolia, so a lot of their people share some of that. But anyway, she's from Russia. She's not indigenous. And people are calling her out on it. I believe she loves Native American people. I believe she loves the culture and wants to be a part of it.
Wait,
for
bro.
me, that's fine. I don't care. People look at the color. People look at the color of my skin and say, "You're a Native American. You're a Hokie," but my DNA says otherwise.
Native.
So where is race at? Is it in our DNA? Is it in the color of our skin, or is it cultural?
Yeah. So
What you
Russians
think?
were here before us.
Do what?
Russians were here before us.
Not Russians, Mongolians. I'm sorry, Nisi was about to hit us with some truth. What?
No, I was just saying Russia, but being Russian is not a race.
I know.
it's
I'm
a
just saying.
nationality.
Czechs,
Right.
over that way. They were here first. All right.
Russians are kind of sort of Asian from the Asian
You're
race.
Asian, right? Yeah,
I got you.
Part of it's
it just-
European, some of it's Asian.
All right, so can we give her a pass and just consider her Native American when she's obviously Russian?
Right.
Did she
Hey,
say her
certain
DNA said she was?
EWPN.
Her grandmother and grandfather were both 100% Russians.
Yeah.
Oh, did she say she took a DNA test? Is that what I heard, or am I not understanding?
I forgot to mention at the end of that article, that video, they said she was fired after they found out that she is not at all Native American. Like there's none in her blood. So,
EWPN.
yeah.
I'm sorry, brother.
So I thought it was a good way to spark cultural like conversation on our views on race here in America. Are we truly a melting pot? Or are we only going to judge what someone's race is based on the color of their skin forever? Because that's the future that's being pushed on us by the Marxist revolution going through our country. That the color of our skin is the most important attribute we all have.
I think you're kind of getting into that line where when a boy says they're a girl, when you're white and you say you're something else, you know what I mean? Like, we are who we are. We can't just change it because we enjoy somebody's culture.
True. I'm with you on that. But if someone loves your culture and wants to share in it, even though they're not, is it okay to, like, the whole cultural appropriation thing? I hate that. I was like, if you want to be Japanese or live Japanese culture, you can say, look, I'm not Japanese, but I live their culture because I love it. I think that's beautiful, man.
Right. Agreed.
So
is the line not claiming? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Saying there's a lot of infidelity in the world. People lie. People tell their kids that there's something they might not be and things like that, right? So maybe, and I don't know her whole backstory because I don't know who the hell she is, but what if she was lied to by a family member saying this is what you have in your blood, and she goes, oh, that's crazy, and then she took it and she tried to like go with it because she liked or felt like she had connection to that part of her blood. But even Gmail had a good point in there. There's a lot of different things. For one, I always laugh when people say black and white and red and all these different things because white is nothing and black is nothing. You know what I mean? There's areas that ethnicity comes from and stuff like that. But she was like, I was born in America. Does that make her Native American? And if it doesn't, then are you literally saying that somebody born in a country that's been here, the whole entire time, and this is where they originated, do they not have a place?
Bro,
but
she was. I just want to say, hold on. I just want to say she's Canadian. She's definitely not Native American.
But
am I?
That's why I said indigenous.
I'm sorry, she was saying Native.
It goes a little deeper than just Native American, though. She's trying to be a part of a tribe, right?
Yeah, she was claiming to be a part of a tribe. She claimed the Cree, but she's not. But did you hear what he said at the very end? She said, and the people that she identifies with don't quantify it based on her DNA. They quantify it based on them just accepting her.
I mean, bro,
look at Sean King.
I think that look at Sean King. Is everybody wants to consider America a melting pot.
You're good. Okay. Go, Hutch. You got it, bro.
I was gonna say everybody wants to consider America a melting pot, but it's more of a just lumped in the same pot. You know what I mean? Yeah. There is no melting. As long as it's African American, Mexican American, Asian American, there will never be any melting. You know what I mean?
That's true.
If that's how you identify, then that's how it's gonna be. Why can't you just be American? I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Assimilation is
You also got to look at things like Native Americans don't. Native, you know about this stuff way more than I do, but don't y'all get like privileges for certain things, like being able to fish in certain areas, being able to use this here and use that there? Because should she be able to get that just because she likes?
Card. Like if you're a part of a tribe and you have a tribal card, and I got one for my mom, one for my dad, and they have certain lands and areas, or they have a council. Like the tribal council here in Robeson County, the Lumpy Tribal Council, if you're a member of the tribe, they'll help you get a house for free. And they've done it. I've seen them do it. They did it for my aunt.
Yeah, but, should she have them privileges?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. But if it's, you talking about the Canadian lady? If the tribe says she's a member of the tribe, isn't she a member of the tribe?
It sounds like
We
something from
heard-
Dance.
Who
It sounds
are
like
we to
Dances with
tell them,
Wolves.
no, she can't be a member of your tribe? And they're like, isn't it up to us? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Where's the line? Like, how do we handle this?
It's
This
like
is
that
a
movie
unique-
Dances with Wolves, where that lady was raised by a tribe and it considered her part of the tribe,
Right.
and she wasn't
Exactly.
Yeah.
by blood. I don't. Well, Elizabeth Warren says she's Indian, so
Yeah.
does she get a pass too?
Yeah, man. She's 1024th Cherokee. She's basically a chief.
I think everybody's got the right to do or appropriate whatever they want, but you've got to be willing to accept that ridicule that comes along with it. You know what I mean?
True.
It's like, do what you want to do, but don't get mad if we laugh at you for it. You know what I mean? Until you actually lie and gain something from it, like Elizabeth Warren did, then, you know what I mean? You're just, that chick over there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
once you actually try to get some kind of legal gain from it, you're a criminal, plain and simple.
Hey,
Can
man.
I ask you, Native? Sorry, Josh.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you, Native, because you are part of a tribe. You live this. You are the real deal. If this lady was to come to you and your tribe, and you found she's already a part of it, and you found out this was going on, and you found out that she, you know, how would you react personally, and how would your tribe react?
Some of them are racial purists, man. I'm not, especially in the Tuscarora tribe. They're racial purists. They would reject her outright and shun her. But some of us don't care about. That's what I mean. There's a point to where your racial identity, if you're going to be an American, you have to transcend what your racial identity is and just be an American. And that's the way I would view her. I was like, she loves our culture. She's not against it. She's trying to promote it and help it. Let her be a part of the tribe. Who cares? You know what I mean? And that is, to me, that's an American essence. Let's make an American tribe. And the people who believe in the ideals of America can come in, and we're all one tribe. It don't matter what the color of your skin is, or where your history is, what your DNA says. We are all part. Like, that's my view on it. I would accept it.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
pretty
realist.
awesome, man. That's pretty awesome.
I'm a realist, man. I'm just gonna throw this in. I'm a realist, right? Seriously. Look, Backwoods. Back to the good book, brother. There's a reason. There is a reason that we all look different. That there are different colors. That there are different creeds. If he only wanted it to be one race, he would have made it that way. I think it's something that we're supposed to learn. I'm just saying. I mean, Tower of Babel, when the languages and everything got broken up. But for me, and I hear what you guys are saying, but for me, America is different tribes coming together to create the America. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
For me, it's not like me saying I'm not black. You know what I'm saying? I'm not African American. I'm not a brown person. My skin is not brown. I have to accept that, and that's you know what I mean? So I want to take the best of what it means to be a brown person and bring that to America, bring that to all the other groups here, and build that better America.
Press one.
I hear you, man.
Exactly, Josh.
Hey, Josh, can I ask you this though?
Please.
As an African American man.
See, I've never been to Africa. I got you.
I know, man, but people will view that like that. That's what I'm saying. When people who only see the color of our skin. So we're talking about people assimilating into different tribes. And I mentioned Sean King, who apparently is a white dude, but he lives as a black guy. He's an activist. Okay. Like, it seems like it would be easier for, I don't know why, but easier for a Native American tribe to accept someone outside of their race than it would be for black folk. What do you think?
Bro, hey, my walk is different, man. Everybody's experiencing this thing is different, and unfortunately, according to your race or your color, it's just different for everybody. You know what I mean? And so,
isn't that where it gets twisted, though, Josh? I mean, I've got friends that are white as snow that are South American or South African.
Right?
They're straight up from Africa, born national. I think that is who they are.
Right.
But you would think they're from Britain.
So for me,
but what the real question would be is, what is, the question you just asked, Native, about what is it like to, or about what is it like to live like a black guy? or what is it like to live like a white guy? I mean, what does that mean? You know
I
what I'm
got you,
saying?
Backwoods.
What does that mean? Because, would the question not be more of what is just Josh like? What is Backwoods like? What is you see what I'm getting? If the whole cultural thing that we have spun as well, that white dude lives like a black guy. Well, what does that mean? I mean, how does he live how does a black person live differently than a white person? Because like I'm gonna tell you, do I kind of live like a black guy because I listen to rap music? I mean, that's pretty much all I listen to is rap music. Does that mean I live like a black guy? I see. I don't.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I don't understand all that stuff. Because I'm just like, I like rap music. I like to go hunting. I like a lot of different. I like one of my favorite foods is Mexican food. Does that mean I live like a Mexican? I mean, you see what I'm getting at? I don't understand all that stuff. I was raised differently. I'm raised to enjoy things that you enjoy. Why does it got to be? Oh, that dude listens to rap music, man. He's trying to be black. What? Huh? Yeah. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird to me, I guess.
Hey, let me say this. So, in all my interactions, fam, I love everybody. Y'all know I love everybody. That's my kryptonite. But in every interaction that I have with another person, I never forget that I am a black person. I don't know if that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be sitting there laughing and chopping it up and having fun and but I still know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black person.
Right.
That's some real shit, man. That's some real shit. Cause me coming up, like honestly, it's kind of, even though I was around a lot of black folks in a family, black folks, but I still recognized that I am the white dude here. No doubt.
It's all love, though, man. It's all love.
That's just situational awareness, though.
Damn right.
That could be your own psyche telling you that it's, ooh, this is something I can be aware of. And it could just be, situational awareness. It doesn't have to be anything major. Like, hey, this person's got spots and this one doesn't. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
But don't you wish it didn't have to be like that, though? Don't you wish that because that comes from decades of the shit we've been going through in this country. Like, if we could just let go of color, of skin, and just live and let live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you want to throw a wrench in it?
Caviar.
Not really, but associating it to the original topic because they go together in a way. You said you wish you wouldn't have to think about that, but we've been literally conditioned that way from just being here and everything. What are they conditioning us with us now? They're conditioning us with this now until it is normalized, right?
Yeah.
We were never in arms when people were conditioning us with the race and everything.
Yeah.
But the same thing happened. People segregated. People got mad at each other, liked each other, whatever. There were side specs. Same thing's happening with this too. We're being fucked with by the government and all these people all the fucking time. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's color or what state you're from or whatever. You're getting fucked with 24/7.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be honest.
The problem is the perspective that they try to put out is like, I'll never know what it feels like to be Josh walking through a store, and he'll never know what it feels like to be me walking through a store. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you that we've had some of the same looks. I've had clutch their purse. I've had people, look at me as I go down. You know what I mean? It's just it's all about what you're aware of in your own situation. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Well, I'll be honest, man. Where I grew up, it was multiracial or whatever you call that. There, different folks. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really know about any of this real racism or any of that until I was like in the 12th grade and started getting out of high school and like started kind of paying attention to worldly things, And I'm sitting there talking to one of my buddies, and I'm like, what the hell is all this racist stuff they're talking about, And, and I mean, we had a long conversation, and I don't know, man. It just, he was like, well, I guess I can see because he was a black guy, he's like, I guess I can, I get funny looks sometimes, and I was like, well, hell, I get funny looks too. I mean, when I graduated high school, I had hair down to the middle of my back, and I could comb my hair in the front and it was down to here, and wore the double ponytail, and you know what I'm saying? And I got looks too, and I just didn't understand. I just thought it was because of the way I was dressed and stuff,
Yeah.
But and I guess it was for me, but I don't know, man. I just never grew up that way, man. It's just weird to me, man.
Who that's messed up.
Mm-hmm. Omicron. Everybody's gonna die. Just saying. Rap. Yeah.
I just think the real issue we should all be focusing on, all of Americans is what the government is doing to us. It's because it affects everybody. It affects everybody. When it really boils down to it, this and yes, this trial you're talking about, that they're trying to scoop that under the rug big time, man. And Jesus, man, there is a lot of big names named in that, man. A lot of big names.
What's up?
That's why I feel division is going to be the biggest weapon coming up over the next 6 months. They're going to push it so hard that they want us to attack each other. That way we take the focus off of them. You know what I mean? They're going to push it so hard, whether it be the race thing, whether it be the vaxxed versus the unvaxxed. You know what I mean? They're going to force us to pick sides whether we want to or not. You know what I mean? I think we've got that coming in our future pretty soon.
We've been picking sides forever. We pick sides on everything.
Let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell, though. I mean, what are y'all's honest opinions on this freaking trial, man? All these people named. We know that's why they're hiding it. We know that's why Joe Biden promoted a judge, federalized her, so he would directly be over the judge. What's up with the jury selection? Has anyone gotten any piece of news from this at all?
I haven't seen a single thing.
Mm-mm. And isn't that the biggest news ever? Why in the hell aren't they talking about this, man?
I was trying to find it again. I just saw an article earlier about it when I was looking through everything, but it wasn't on subject. So I jumped off of it. My bad. I should have kept it up. What's important.
That's the problem, though, is when you have to run to the government to get help because the government's bullying you. You know what I mean? You're really not going to see a whole bunch of results.
Shrimp, what's up, brother?
Yeah. Hey, did you catch him rapping? It was like the beginning of his life when he was rapping. I was like, what? I was like,
Shrimp Zoo?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, he had a rap.
All right. Here's your Ghislaine Maxwell, right? She was trying to seal the jury questions, all this kind of stuff before trial. On the 29th, so tomorrow, they're supposed to start it, right? And I think you said that before. You were talking about it's coming up. But it's just funny the way they word things. I always look at the way they word things and who they're always trying to poke at and everything. And where it is, federal judge on Thursday. No, hold on. Where is it? Let me show you. It goes, Maxwell's trial is scheduled to begin November 29th. Judge Allison Nathan said she would conduct questioning of would-be jurors, all this 16th to the 19th. And then it says Epstein, a former friend of President Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, was arrested July 2019 on child sex trafficking charges. And I was like, it's just funny how why?
Yeah.
Why mention that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're hiding everybody else, when you won't let a list of everybody involved, but you'll damn sure throw that in there.
Well, they're sacrificing Clinton too, so
if they want to write the friends, they need to write Sony. They need to write in there Beyonce Knowles, Jay-Z, all these other Disney. All these other people that were involved. They weren't just friends with Trump or Biden. They were friends with a whole rack of people, elites.
The Clintons.
Wet.
I thought that was interesting.
I feel you, Pop B. I
They're
feel you.
already trying to like kind of scoot that towards these damn crazy other people.
Hey, for me, it sounds like that would turn off a big portion of people who would be interested. But once you hear a statement like that, you're like, I'm out. They're tripping.
Yeah.
Like they're
division, division.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So they're gonna,
Media should just come out with every story and say, okay, here's your next story for division. Oh, and by the way, also for division in America, we have this story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because that's all it is.
That's a good point, man. No doubt.
So the defense is going to, is what it's saying here in this one article, that the defense is saying they're going to say her accusers might have faulty memories, and they're going to bring in experts in psychiatry and memory to testify in her defense. So they're just, this is the same thing I see going on of what they're going to do with the I don't know if we can say this word, the 2020, the thing that got Joe Biden there, you know. And when we see, you know, we've seen a lot of video stuff of some shenanigans happening, and you know, they was like, oh no, you didn't see that. You know, y'all are not seeing what you think you see. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. That's the same thing of what they're fixing to do in this, that some of the people that are doing the charging they're going to say they've got faulty memories. You don't know what you're talking about.
Crazy.
That's
It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
It really is.
It's just another person in the history of America who will never have to answer for any of their damn crimes. Plain and simple.
just
Could
Josh.
you imagine we're talking about the jury selection? Could you imagine being on that freaking jury? I bet it'd be as scary as hell being on that jury, knowing all these powerful people are being named in this lawsuit. And here you are, the 12 little peons who are there to be in charge of not guilty or guilty. We saw what happened in the Derek Chauvin trial, how they intimidated the jury there. Joe Biden's going to know who you are because his judge is over you too.
They're probably all touched. Probably every single one of them jurors have been touched, if you know what I'm saying.
Too much money. Yeah, big money.
Mm-hmm. And power. It's not just money either. It's powerful people, influential.
And you know what? Another thing that I always say is, like, when the media comes, I say people fall for it. The people that fall for it. But it ain't really people that fall for it. It's people that want to fall for it. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? These people see it just like we see it, but they want to believe the bullshit that these people put out, and so they want to fall for the bullshit the media puts out.
Yeah. Suzanne, appreciate you. Welcome to the Brave Nation.
You see what Arkansas Wolfpack said right under that? All 12 jurors will die of Arkansas.
Yeah. Right. Man.
Well, you've literally got trillions upon trillions of dollars worth of, you know what I mean, blackmail on, like, literally the world's most powerful people. It's
Exactly.
What's going on right now. But, you know, there's nothing about it. It makes no sense.
It's showing that they're not going to stream live the proceedings because she's in a federal court and they have different rules where there's no cameras allowed or recording devices. So that's the reason why.
Wow.
So we're just going to get artist sketch renderings and what they report to us.
Ain't that crazy? So we have no clue what's going to be going on inside that courtroom, or if there even is one. How would
I'm sure there will be no influence on what is reported in or out of there.
Of course not.
I'm sure it'll be, you know, all legit.
Maybe this is why Omicron's popped up. I mean, you just don't know. You know what I mean?
Distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel.
They probably put that shit on hold. It came out on July 12th, and probably everybody rushed. Wait! We're gonna need this story, and at the end of November when this trial starts up, and when we're already seeing stuff going on with the tall box, and you know what I'm saying? Like, just save that story, man, and then we'll break it out when we need to distract. They probably got 100 stories waiting in the wings.
They've got like solved crimes they're just waiting to release and shit.
Yeah.
What happened with aliens?
I do got a thing that I seen, and I'm sure other people have seen it. It's on YouTube, but there was a guy in Texas, and he was at his house, and another guy shows up, and he was in like a legal battle over his kid. And they start getting into an argument, getting into a fuss, and the guy goes into the house, grabs his gun, comes back out, and he starts tussling with the dude and ends up shooting him and taking him out, dropping him right there dead. And he hasn't been charged. Like, I haven't seen it today. I need to, do a little research on it, but if y'all seen it,
I've seen it.
It's news. It's out there. And dude dropped him, but I mean, the dude, he like grabbed the dude's gun and like slung him out into the yard, and then it looked like dude was getting ready to come at him again, right afterwards, and dude lifted up and let off. Boop, boop. And dude just dropped, and it was over.
Crazy. Love it.
And it has 2 points of view. Somebody was recording in the house, and somebody was recording in a car sitting at the end of the yard. Pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy, but I mean, look.
So is it self?
You got to have some common sense, man. If you're at somebody else's house, you're not welcome there. Dude was telling him to leave. He wouldn't leave. And then he goes in and you're going to attack. I mean, come on, man. You're asking for it. I mean, I don't see how any judge anywhere could be like, oh, no, you were in the wrong. No, that dude was definitely in the wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt.
Everybody's blowing the chat up saying Mojo's got a question.
Yeah, thank you. I was just saying.
What's up, Mojo?
All I know is Epstein didn't kill himself, and they will never reopen it. I guarantee you they will never reopen it.
That's
Pretty much.
Agreed.
agreed.
Well, I mean, there's not much you're gonna do when it's a lose-lose.
All right.
They open it back up and have the same conclusion. You know what I mean?
Just spend more tax-paying money is all they'll do. I mean, they're not gonna. They could have photo evidence of someone going in there and putting something around his neck and hanging him, and they would not. With the number of powerful, influential people that is involved in all of this, it's unfortunate, but we're never going to know the real truth. And I think a reopening the case would just be a waste of taxpayer money. They waste enough of our money already.
If you want to know anything about that shooting case I just talked about, you can look up Chad Reed, CHAD, and then REED, Chad Reed.
I just forwarded the video. I don't know if anybody's going to get it, but
All right.
I found it.
Yankee, I don't think they will do anything to her, because at this point it would be too obvious. I think, I mean, it's two coincidences. I mean, you will never be able to stop the tinfoil hat, conspiracy theories if she ends up suicide.
Right. But if they did kill her during this trial, how would we even know? That's my point. Like, they could do whatever they want to this woman, man. How would we know? They're not. There's nothing.
Hey man, I just typed in the Epstein thing on YouTube, right? Just videos in general, and like all these videos are getting like almost no views. You know what I mean?
Shadow ban.
There's one that has like 4,000. There's one that has 2,000, but they're all in the hundreds. Like all of them.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Being algorithm into oblivion.
I ain't talking about it anymore.
It's gonna follow y'all back to y'all's channels now. You talked about it. Now it's gonna follow you back to your channel.
Yep.
And all your social media and everything you do online, they're gonna be watching.
So Josh.
AI, Josh.
No. AI is gonna fix racism now.
It's gonna what?
I was just playing, but I was saying AI is gonna fix racism.
Because it's going to exterminate the human race. What's going on? We all going to die.
Right.
Yeah. Watch. It's gonna exterminate it. AI is gonna do a lot of wild things, I believe.
Well, you're never
Just
gonna,
All right, guys. Who's going to go live after this? Anybody? I just want to make sure.
I was live till like 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh, jeez.
I know y'all went hard last night.
I'm looking forward to
Good
Tuesdays.
streaming.
Yeah, Tuesday with Hutch and Backwoods. Thursday with Tribe. I'm gonna have some good stuff for you guys. Co-host, Mr. Co-host, just Josh. I'll be there, ready to go.
Cheer.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Well,
Kate
it's
Marie?
6 o'clock Central. 6 o'clock Central. The only time zone that matters.
That's it.
Yeah. Like Hutch said, 7 Eastern Standard. But yeah, guys. Tuesdays. This Tuesday it's gonna be Hutch and Backwoods again. Thursday it's gonna be Tribe and then me. Y'all come hang out with us, man. We'll be talking about some crazy stuff. I can feel it.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna. I mean, of course, every day it seems like, it seems like every day is just, something new, but it's always the same old though. That's what's so weird, is they try to push it new, but it's just the same old crap, man. That's what's so weird about it. It's like this new variant. It's like, what? It's a common cold.
I'm convinced we're gonna have to live with it.
I will say something off subject, completely off subject from everything we've been talking about. I had that video out on the EWPN about the whole militia thing, right? Talking about those, and then they've had more articles out since then where they're trying to paint a narrative. But they have that other one that was the tyrants and traitors and everything, and they're saying that this army vet, and all the wording they used in this was literally painting a narrative to look at people that are, I guess, on the right side of things and patriotic as terrorists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it, they said COVID radicalized them. So it's not just patriotism. It's not just the fact that he didn't like the election or anything like that, right? But he's an army vet conspiracy theorist that was radicalized by COVID.
Oh wow.
And
That's crazy.
It's in the article. It's in a Newsweek article. Not like a crazy one. It's a Newsweek article.
Wow. I'm waiting on the vaccine against climate change. That's what I'm waiting on.
But what I'm saying is they're starting to turn people that remember how they're redetermining, domestic tea and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now all of a sudden, when you're against something, you're radicalized by it, and you know what I mean, because you are against the narrative. You're against whatever. I'm just saying. Think about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good point, man. Good point.
Yeah. Hey, with all this stuff, man, real quick, with all this stuff going on, fam, y'all look, 3 to 6 months, please just make sure you have that. Regardless as to whatever happens, anything, you can lock it down and not be the first ones to tread lines. You know what I'm saying? So prep up, people.
No doubt, bro.
Always stay prepared.
Be prepared. Change the culture and be prepared.
Don't
Tell
be
'em
prepared
this.
at all.
But always remember, stay prepared.
That's right.
Thank you for watching EWPN Network.
Yes. Look for that logo, guys. Look for that logo. The EWPN, man. That's how you know you're getting that news drop.
From all of us here at EWPN Network, stay prepared.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all have a good night. Appreciate all my fellow EWPNites.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll
Yes,
see
indeed.
you guys in the chat out there.
Till next Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. EWPN reporters coming at you live.
There you go.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Peace.